Joe Manganiello with us now. We knew he was coming, and here he is. It strikes me that you look a little different since the last time I saw you, which wasn't that long ago.
These things happen in my business.
What happened? A role.
Work happens. I just had a bunch of fun ones right in a row. I had the quintessential white mohawk role.
Mm-hmm.
And then about a month after that, I had the shaved head bald role. So in between, I got to do something for me, which was the blue mohawk.
Right. And I'm wondering, as an actor, when we do see one take on a physical transformation or obviously, a big hair evolution, is there one thing that is more laborious than the other, like weight gain, weight loss, hair removal? What's the one you try to avoid?
Oh, I mean, I think you enjoy them all. But like the actual physical body transformations, like gaining weight, lots of weight, you have to put on your hard hat. I mean,
Yeah.
there is a real program to it and a lot of discipline to that. Changing your hair, it's kind of easy. It's like a life hack.
Has anyone ever asked you to put on a lot of weight that's not muscular?
I'm trying to think. I mean, back in drama school, I did Merchant of Venice, and I wanted the character to be a little heavier, look a little like out of shape. I mean,
Yeah,
so
right.
there was some of that.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to ask you to do that. I mean, I don't have a role or anything to propose.
I put on some weight for your show.
Thank you. And we did too. We're aligned. All right. Now, I also was, I think we were talking to Vince Vaughn not too long ago, and he was telling us about how you guys been passing your time with Dungeons and Dragons. Are you still doing that?
Yeah, we are. Vince is in my group. I have an all-star A-list celebrity Dungeons and Dragons game that I run on Friday nights, and Vince is a big part of that. And I figured out how to run it on the computer. So I figured out how to use the software, put the maps up, and so I run it for my guys with a combination of Zoom and then this program called Roll20.
And how long can an episode last on a Friday night?
Man, I mean, these guys, we'll get to like 12:30. I'm like, okay, guys, it's late. Does anybody have to go anywhere? No, let's keep going. Yeah. So a lot of times they'll go from, when we would meet in person, they would go from, guys would roll in at 6. I'd sometimes get a food truck.
Oh, that's awesome.
So we'd have the food truck in the driveway. Everybody rolls in, grab your food, go get seconds, get set up around the table. And then we'd get going around 7 and we'd go till 2 a.m.
Oh my gosh. Wow. I want to know one of my favorite things to do when life was normal was go down to Venice and walk through that food truck court where they all park on the street and just eat everything at once and see if I could digest it all.
Yes.
Let's talk about arch enemy. Max Fist is the character here. Now, this is I want to say superhero, but this is and ends up on Earth, falling through space, falling through time. And I'm thinking for a superhero type to fall through all of that and end up on planet Earth could cause some challenges.
Well, we don't actually know that that's the case. I mean, he is a borderline schizophrenic, homeless, methamphetamine addict, alcoholic who lives in a tent. And yes, that's the story that person tells. Yes, I came from a different dimension. I was like this superhero in this other dimension, but like, who's going to believe that guy?
Right.
So we're not quite sure if he is or if he isn't.
And what are the challenges he faces?
The challenges he faces are, according to him, the Earth's atmosphere is dirty. There are all of this pollution that hurts his lungs. The gravity is heavier, is stronger. Therefore, his bones hurt, his hips hurt. He's in pain, which then has led to excessive drinking, drugs. The fact that he can't go to a doctor because his physiology is different. These are the things that he's complaining of. But of course, the only person that believes him is this character named Hamster, who is a teenage blogger. who is putting up video content for his blogs, and he's the only one that believes my character matters.
When you're carrying around that kind of heaviness and those complexities, does that weigh on you at the end of the day? Like, is it easy to throw off, or does it kind of hang?
Well, I've you talk about physical transformation to a certain degree. I mean, I grew my fingernails out super long. In character, and so that dirt could be caked underneath them. I've got my beard is grown out to here. I've adopted like a lot of like homeless traits in the movie, and I actually had a guy like a coach or a consultant who was homeless for 20 years. He lived on the streets in downtown LA, and was there to coach me and like describe to me what went on in the course of the day for him, just surviving. And a lot of that went into the actual script. So I've got that. I also had a meth coach.
What's that?
Well, it's a guy who's done a lot of meth in his day.
And now in coaching?
Who would coach me and then be on set behind the monitors during my meth scenes to make sure that they
authenticate the behavior?
Correct. Yeah. So there were a lot of like behavioral coaches and that I found to help me tell the story.
That's a lot though to think about, because you've got real versions of that telling you how to act like that, and that's layered.
Well, and I think that's what's relevant, or that's what's was fun for me about this project was. Yeah, it was something that could fit into the quote-unquote superhero genre, but I got to make it super grounded, super real, in order to maybe, sell or make the rest of, the unbelievable parts believable.
Super gritty. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Joe, thank you for coming on Arch Enemy. It's in theaters, video, on demand, and digital today. It's everywhere. Check it out.
Yes.
Great to see you, buddy. Happy holidays.
I was just going to ask you if your dog was on your lap.
Look at the doggy. Oh my gosh. Looks like Yoda.
It's baby Yoda. It's my sidekick.
I mean, adorable.
Like literally looks like Yoda. Merry Christmas, buddy. Take care.
Thanks, man. Thanks for having me.